Not getting your driver's license or being told that you've failed, that could be a disaster for you. Hello people, and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time on the channel, a special welcome to you. I ask that you check out the rest of my videos. If you like what you see, give them a thumbs up, leave a comment, but more than anything, I'm asking that you subscribe to the channel. Today's video is completely different from what I normally put on my channel. It's definitely not about Jamaica, but it concerns me, and I thought it would be helpful to young adults that's living in Switzerland getting ready to have their driver's license. Today I failed my driving license exam in Switzerland, or should I say I failed my driving test in Switzerland. But before we get into how or why I failed my driving test or exam, let me give you my credential. So my driving credential goes as far back as 1992. I had my first driver's license in the United States of America when I was 21 years old. And I had that driver's license for many years, maybe about 20 years. Then I moved to Jamaica, and I had a Jamaican driver's license because I had to do my driving test again in Jamaica. So that was my second driver's license. I went to the United Kingdom, and I lived in the UK for a while, so I had a UK provisional that went along with my Jamaican driver's license. I never quite have a full driver's license in the UK. So throughout my life, I've had 2.5 driver's license. I've been driving for 27 years consistently, and I've never had an accident. So that's pretty much my credential in driving. However, with all that credential and all that driving experience, today I was told that my driving was not good enough to have a license. So before I get into the technicality or the technical reason for me failing this driving test, I want to declare really for the youth, for the young adults, that when you're going to take a driving test with an examiner, first and foremost, keep in mind that an examiner is a human being. It's just a person, could be a man or a woman. And that human being works off emotion. What I mean by that is that human being could be in a good mood or a bad mood. No fault of yours. That human being could also like you or dislike you. The reason why I believe that is important for me to put in this video is the simple fact that when you're doing a driving exam, there's no real evidence of it. There's no real proof of it. There's no real footage for you to say the examiner was lying or the examiner was telling the truth. So it's pretty much the DMV, or here in Switzerland is the Strassenverkampf. They actually entrust an individual, and that individual judge you or mark you and say you're good or you're not good. However, despite that person's opinion of you, the only real weight that person's opinion have on you is whether or not you get the driver's license. So I understand for maybe someone who is in their 20s or 30s who have never had a driver's license before, not getting your driver's license or being told that you've failed, that could be a disaster for you. But you have to understand someone like me, I'm 48 years old, an adult who is pretty much my age telling me that I have failed. A little disappointment is there, but it doesn't impact me as much as it would impact a younger person. And I hope that my input will help younger people not to damage their self-esteem or their confidence. Anyway, let's get on to the reasons that was listed for my failure today. After we drove for about 30 to 40 minutes, we pulled up back at the location where we started, and he pretty much said after I put the car in park, well, it's bad news. You know, and the minute he said it's bad news, I kind of know that meant I failed. So I was curious, what did I do wrong? He named 3 specific points where I failed. And in all honesty, I am in 100% agreement with 1. I'm going to share a footage with you guys to see exactly how I drive. This footage that I'm about to show you is not exactly the driving exam that I did, because I was not allowed to use my dash cam in the exam, but it was a similar road. That looks fine, but in reality there was a slight violation. Because at this intersection in Switzerland, and only in Switzerland, the vehicle that's coming from the left or from the right, which we would call a secondary road, they actually have the right of way. So because I continued straight without looking, that was a failure. I actually agree with the driving examiner 100% on that issue right there. Because in all the countries that I've ever driven before, that rule does not exist. The main road usually have priority. And in Switzerland, the secondary road in some cases has priority. The driving examiner says, I failed to yield as I passed the road. So that I agree with, because I didn't know that at all. The second reason why the examiner said I failed is this. Check this driving out. As you can see, I'm driving up a very narrow road in Switzerland. And in the area where I actually took the test, there's a lot of those narrow roads. And there's a vehicle coming in front of me, and what I do, I pull over. But as you can see, the road is about a few inches wider than my car. So in reality, what I believe I should do on that road is pretty much negotiate with the oncoming vehicle. And whenever time there's not a vehicle inside, I can edge over to the comfort of my car. According to the driving examiner, I have failed because with or without the presence of a car, I should at all times ride the banking on my right. That one there is a little bit questionable for me, so I'm not so sure if a next examiner would say the same thing. So let me know what you guys think about that. So let me repeat that. According to the examiner, that narrow road, when I'm driving on it, with or without another car in sight, I'm supposed to ride the banking on my side. Not so sure about that. Not so sure if that was good advice. And last but not least, which I thought was the funniest of ever. So according to the driving examiner, the third and final reason why he had to fail me was when he asked me to make an emergency stop. So before we made the emergency stop, he pretty much say, I want you to drive the car up to about 50 kilometers an hour, and then when I say stop, I want you to just stop. So he said drive, and I drove, and when he said stop, I stopped. According to him, I didn't stop hard enough. According to him, when I'm doing an emergency stop, I'm supposed to give no less than 90 kilogram of weight onto the brake. So pretty much he's saying you have to give it all your weight and more. So he's saying I didn't press hard enough, the car didn't stop hard enough for him. And on those grounds, failed. So once again, 27 years of driving worldwide. In Switzerland, I was told that I'm an unfit driver. But once again, make a light irony, because like I say, I'm a middle-aged man. If I was never granted another driver's license in my life, it's no sweat off my brow, but it is a little ridiculous. But I'm not trying to ridicule the exam 100%, because like I say, I am in total agreement with the Swiss rule where the cars coming from the right or the left, they have the right of way. If you live in Switzerland, that's just something that you have to become aware of. So learning that was new to me. But I will ridicule the ride in the bank of a narrow road, and I will also ridicule the fact that 90 kilograms of weight must be applied to my brakes. Don't know about that. Anyway, people, let me know what you think of this vlog. Let me know what you think about the rules, the regulation. Let me know what you think about my failure. Let me know what you think about the road code violation that I apparently made today in Switzerland. That's pretty much it for now, people. Once again, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for always supporting. Until next time, peace.